Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something quite different here. So about a week ago I talked about the brand new world of Transformers popcorn buckets. And I did mention in the video when I was talking about the Grimlock Popcorn Bucket that I was going to get him soon. And here he is. So this is the Universal Studios Beijing Grimlock Popcorn Bucket. Right off the bat, as you can see, he is massive. Let's just go for the size comparisons first. So let's start with a core class. He's barely as tall as his toenail. Let's get the size comparisons out of the way now. So I'm going to bring in MP Grimlock as well in his Dino mode, and the popcorn bucket absolutely dwarfs the MP Grimlock. Let's just choose something you might be more familiar with. Right off the shelf, Studio Series 102, Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime. And I think this Prime, even the Voyager Prime, would have no trouble riding this Grimlock. So again, he is massive, but let's just turn him around and see how much popcorn he holds. Because he's a popcorn bucket, priority is how much popcorn does he hold, right? So we grab a hold of his pistons and shift it downwards like so, and we see his popcorn compartment. And unfortunately, I don't think he can hold too much popcorn, to be honest. I have a Darth Vader helmet popcorn bucket from Disneyland, and I think he holds about 3 times as much popcorn as this guy. I don't have any popcorn with me, so I'm going to see if I can shove a Transformer inside to let you have a gauge of how big he is. This is probably the weirdest segment you've seen in a Transformer review for a while, huh? So let's see how many Transformers we can fit into Grimlock Popcorn Bucket. So first off, core class. He went in too quickly, that's Steeljaw. Ravage, Steeljaw, core class Cheetor, core class RC, core class Mohawk. Running out of core classes here, so core class Tasmania Kid. Yeah, Tasmania Kid cannot fit, so this is how much popcorn's worth he can hold. And that is not too much, to be honest. I tried to shove a Marvel Legends Venom in there, and I could only fit one Marvel Legend, if that's any proof of size as well. But I think it's quite useful to have all these core classes, because that's how you gauge the size and how much space you take up in the popcorn compartment. But that's it. That's how much popcorn he holds. Close this compartment up, and let's take a look at the tag first. As you can see, under that Universal Beijing Resort sticker says Transformers more than meets the eye Universal Studios. And when you open it up, it has all these cautions for, small parts and not suitable for children under 3 years old, all that type of stuff. Teaches you how to operate this Grimlock popcorn bucket and what type of battery you need. It says R44, so you need 3 R44s to operate this Grimlock popcorn bucket. But that's it. As you can see, he's sold for 179 RMB. I got him for cheaper, but he comes with this nice Transformers lanyard that has, Transformers Universal Studios Beijing 2003 Hasbro, all rights reserved. It's adjustable, so you can have it around your waist, but I think, having tried it on, how he hangs like this. So he hangs like... So with the lanyard on, he sort of hangs like that. Yeah, you sort of just reach in there and get the popcorn, so that makes sense. With the lanyard and tag out of the way, let's zoom in and let's see the features of Popcorn Bucket Grimlock. Zooming in, you do see that he's chromed to the teeth, literally. Really nicely chromed. His arms are chromed as well. He has these really nice transparent yellow pieces on his belly and on his battery flap as well. Oh, and his tail is also chromed as well. And I think the only hollow bits they have on this figure is these hollow toes right here. The Grimlock's feet themselves are made of softer material. They're on ball joints. They rotate outwards this much. I think there's this natural stopping point inside the peg to stop the leg from going anywhere more forwards, I guess. Moving back, he only moves back to this much. His arms are also on a ball joint, so they move freely. They go up this much, they go down this much. Backwards a lot, surprisingly, but not too much forwards. But not to worry, because that's made up by this hinge right here. He can give you a little wave. He can sort of do that. Just surprisingly more articulation in a popcorn bucket than you'd expect. So let's take a look at the back of his head. As mentioned before, he has this clear yellow piece of plastic here. So you just press it. It's on this hinge right here, so you won't lose this battery cover. As mentioned before, you have to have 3 R44 batteries in there to operate this Grimlock. And what are the batteries for? First things first, you see on his snout, there's this huge button. When you press it, his eyes light up. So you have red, press it again, you have blue. I believe there's a blue LED, but his eyes naturally are this translucent red plastic, so it comes off as purple, but it is blue. So it sort of mimics the MP gimmick of having the interchangeable colors in the dino eyes. And press it again, and it turns off. Again, naturally he has this really nice translucent red plastic, so it doesn't look like he's dead. Sort of similar to when light piped toys have that dead look when you don't light pipe them. Let's press this again. For the rest of the showcase, let's have his eyes on. There's another play feature, as you might have seen in the Universal Studios tag, and that's when you press this thing. Super similar to the MP toy, but it's in reverse. Press this, and his mouth springs open, and that activates a LED inside his mouth as well. And it sort of works like a fridge, where if you slightly close it, it turns off like that. So there's no sort of button to activate it. It sort of just senses with that jaw movement right here. So close it back up. Let's do it again. It's really fun and satisfying because it's a huge button as well. There's a huge spring inside his jaw. You could feel how big the spring is. So just press it. For the price you get him for, so 179 RMB, so I think that might have been £20 for this big of a popcorn bucket. Despite not being able to carry too much popcorn, you get a really satisfying play toy. You get to remember Universal Studios Beijing by. So he's big enough for me to hold his hands. Subconsciously I reached in and just grabbed his hands and started to stroke the chrome. I might cut this bit. Close his mouth. Put him to bed, and that's it for the review of Grimlock Popcorn Bucket from Universal Studios Beijing. So I did cut the camera, but I forgot to mention, I just brought this up as well. This was the only thing I've gotten to remember Universal Studios by. This is the Bumblebee from the Universal Studios Singapore. This is a drink topper. The straw used to come out here. I think I used to have this really long water bottle as well, and this used to be the drink topper. This is tiny, but yeah, it's great to now have this Grimlock as well to remember Universal Studios by. So thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos as well. I really appreciate it if you subscribed. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.